Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hijab Afar Kwali and I am a student of Rehan School Kurangi campus and I am studying in the Future Navigator class. So my first question from you, what inspired you to become a relationship counselor? So welcome to our guest. Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Hello, Hijab.
Yes ma'am. Here is some net issue, so some I face some net issue. So, yes, I can hear you.
I'm sorry,
So,
Hijab.
ma'am, first of all, please introduce yourself from my viewers.
Your audio is low. Your audio volume is low. Hello, Hijab.
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Kiki Hanacho. I am a relationship counselor and I help single adults solve their relationship problems so that they can have a better relationship and a more fulfilled life. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So, my first question from you, what inspired you to become a relationship counselor?
Okay, what inspired me to become a relationship counselor is my love for people. I love helping people solve their problems. I love listening to people. And I realized that I had a flair for it because people would always come wanting to confide in me in their problems. And they believed so much in me that I had a solution to their problems. So that was what inspired me to become a relationship counselor because I believe that if I could help my friends, I could help others too. And so far, by God's grace, I've been doing so. So that's what inspired me, helping people.
Okay, ma'am, that's great, and thank you for your answer. So, my next question from you, how do you approach helping single adults with their relationship problems?
Okay, that's a good question. How I approach helping single adults with their relationship problems, first and foremost, is to first understand the problem. If I understand the problem, then it's be easy to help them. If someone is having maybe an issue that maybe they just broke up with their partner, then I need to understand how long the breakup has been, what caused the breakup. I would ask a lot of insightful questions. I'm not just going to go and start giving you solutions to the problem. I need to know exactly what happened and find the root cause of the issue before I can help you. So I make sure I ask a lot of questions to understand what they are going through very well before I can provide a solution or help. That's how I approach it. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your answer. So my next question from you:
You're welcome.
what are some common challenges single adults face in relationships?
Okay, basically, some common challenges single adults face in relationship are basically most of them go through infidelity issues where their partners cheat on them. A lot of them go through identity issues where they don't understand who they are before entering the relationship. And while they're in the relationship, they are struggling because they're trying to take on their partner's attitude. A lot of them also suffer from not knowing who they are dating. They don't observe their partners to understand who their partners are. And another problem that single adults have is expectations. You go into a relationship with so much expectations, expecting that person to be like your ex, expecting that person to be someone else that you don't understand. And when that person starts showing you who they are, then you have a problem with it because you expect that person to be who they are not. So those are some of the common problems that single adults face in relationships. These are some of the common problems they face.
Oh, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So, my next question from you: how do you tailor your advice to meet the specific needs of each client?
Okay, how I tailor my advice to meet the specific needs of each client is basically like you just asked the question. Each client is different, and not two clients have the same issue. Even if two clients are going through a heartbreak, they are not going through a heartbreak in the same way. Their their process is different, things they are going through is different, the feelings are different. So I make sure that if I'm tailoring my solutions to them, it has to basically be what they need. It has to be the solution to their problems. Let me give you an example. If I am working with someone who is heartbroken, they could be heartbroken because they are having an issue of probably they cheated and they feel bad and they want to understand how they can get over that. Because some people cheat and then they make that mistake, they break up, and then they have issues with trying to deal with it. They have issues trying to understand why they did what they did. So when they come to me, I focus on the problem. Okay, you cheated. Yes, what you did is wrong. But you don't need to keep beating yourself up about it. You don't need to keep punishing yourself. There is a solution. You realize what you did, you accept it, and then you forgive yourself and try not to do it again. Try to make amends with that other person. Apologize to them if they are hurt. If you know you need to make amends to other people that you hurt, do so, and then just move on. Don't keep yourself in one place telling yourself, oh, I did this is very bad, I cannot get up. You cannot stay down, you have to get up, you have to move on, you have to apologize and make amends. So every person's issue is different. So if your issue is different, I give you the exact solution you need for that particular problem you are going through. I don't give people general solutions. I make sure I understand the problem, and then I try to give them the right solution they need to fix that problem. That's how I handle it. Thank you.
Can you share a success story from your counseling practice?
Oh yes, I can. I can share a success story from my counseling practice. Okay, one of my major success stories is actually a couple. I first started having sessions with the man, and he wanted to know how he could better the relationship and how he could work on making things better in the relationship. Then as time went on, he wanted me to have a couple session with him and his girlfriend at that time. So when I was having a couple session with them, I asked them questions about themselves, and then they realized that so many things they could not speak about, so many things they were hiding from each other, like having trust issues, dealing with anger, not being able to express themselves. They were able to express themselves during the session. They were able to open up and talk about things they never believed they could talk about. And now they are married and they are happy. They are so fulfilled because when they came for the session, they were unhappy with each other. They didn't understand why they were having issues in their relationships. But when I now realized that, okay, they were having issue from understanding each other. One was feeling like this person is meant to be this way and that person is meant to be that way. I went on several sessions with them and now they are married. And it's so beautiful when you help someone solve a problem and they go on to have a beautiful relationship. So I would actually say that's one of my success stories, and I am proud to share it every time because it's just good when you see something that you did work out well. It gives you this peace and happiness in your heart. So I'm happy to share that. Thank you.
That's a great story. Thank you for your answer. And my next
You're
question from
welcome.
you: how do you stay updated with the latest research and techniques in relationship counseling?
Okay, how I stay updated with research and techniques in relationship counseling. I do a lot of reading. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books from new relationship people that are into relationships, the new authors and people that are into the relationship newly. I also check social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I check for new trends. I try to stay involved. I also go to Quora. They also have I answer questions on that platform, and there I get to see the kind of questions people ask, the kind of things that they need, the kind of things that they want. So basically, I use social media, and I follow a lot of relationship coaches too, a lot of relationship therapists to understand what they're talking about now, what their clients need. So I try to keep myself up to date. I don't just feel like I am an authority or I know everything. I try to keep myself up to date with all the trends from all around the world to understand what is happening in the relationship scene and to understand what people need now. So that's how I keep myself updated. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So, my next question
You're
from you:
welcome.
what advice do you have for single adults who are struggling to find a full fulfilling relationship?
Okay. The advice I have for single adults who are struggling to find a fulfilling relationship is first and foremost, know who you are. Know who you are as a person, know what you want from a relationship, know the reason why you want a relationship. Some people want to date because their friends are dating. Some people want to date because everyone around them is dating and they're the only single person. But you need to understand first and foremost the reason why you're going to a relationship. Are you going to a relationship because you're lonely? Are you going to a relationship because you need money? Are you going to a relationship because you need companionship, love, and affection? There are so many reasons why people date, but you first need to understand why you're going to a relationship and then enter a relationship for the right reasons. Because if you don't enter a relationship for the right reasons, the reason that took you into that relationship, when it's not there anymore, you would not want to continue. So that's my first advice, that people should know themselves, know their needs, know what they want before they enter a relationship. The second advice I would give them is to tell them that when they're in a relationship, they should not compare their present relationship to their past. No two people are the same. Everyone is different. So when you are going to meet someone new, that person has their own values, their own ideals. It is your duty as a person to observe them and understand them, to know who they are as a person, and then you know how to follow them. So I believe that these two advice basically are what people need to start up on their journey. And another thing, read books, read relationship books. Relationship books are not just there for fun. Relationship podcasts are not just done just because people want to talk. Make sure you educate yourself about relationship. Understand what is happening in the relationship world. Understand what other people are doing in relationship, the good and the bad, the right and the wrongs. Educate yourself. Relationship and marriage is the only thing that people don't educate themselves about, basically, most people. We go to school for many years, we get a degree, we understand what we're studying, we understand where we're working, but we try not to understand the relationship aspect. So that's very important. You need to understand about relationship before you go into it. So when you're going into it, you'll be more informed. You will not go unprepared, you will go in prepared. That's my advice for single adults who want to go into a relationship. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So, my next question from you: how do you address issues such as communication breakdowns or trust issues in relationships?
Okay, how I would say as address issues such as communication breakdown first before I go to trust issues is that I think people need to talk about things. When communication breaks down means maybe one person is talking and another person does not want to listen. So when there's a communication breakdown, both parties have to make up their mind that they want to listen to each other. Because if one person is talking and the other person is not listening, it's not equal. It's actually unfair to the other person. As you and I are talking now, we are communicating. You're not just talking to me and I'm silent. You're not just speaking to me and telling me and asking me questions and I am not saying anything. And most of the time, that's what happens during communication. Someone wants to talk and the other person does not want to talk, or the other person does not want to listen, or someone wants to be heard and does not want to hear the other person. So first and foremost, when there's a communication breakdown, I would advise that you talk about it. Both of you should sit down after you've let go of your ego, let go of your high horse. Maybe you were angry with each other, you calm down from that anger. Then you guys can sit down and discuss. Understand why there's a communication breakdown. Understand why you don't want to listen or that other person doesn't want to listen. And then you guys should talk about it and resolve it. Then for trust issues comes from a lot of places. A lot of people deal with trust issues. It could be from family, it could be from siblings, it could be from friends, it could actually be from your partner, the partner you were dating before. So first and foremost, if I find out that you have trust issues, I ask you the root cause of it. What made you have trust issues? Is it from family? Is it from friendships, or is it from relationships? Then when I know which part of that trust issue where it's coming from, then I can now know how to handle it. If it's a family issue, maybe someone betrayed you, then we discuss it, trash it out, and then we now find a solution. If it's a friendship betrayal where you have lost trust, we talk about that. If it is an ex-partner or your current partner, then we talk about it. But basically, communication is the most important when it comes to any issue that someone is having. As long as you can talk about it, then you can resolve it. So basically, that's how I walk through communication breakdowns and trust issues. I talk about it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your answer. My next question is from you. What role does self awareness play in improving relationships?
Okay, self-awareness plays a very big role in improving relationships because if you're self-aware, then you have a better understanding about yourself and about those around you. If you're self-aware as a person, you would know your triggers, you would know things that make you angry, sad, happy. If you're self-aware, you will be able to read signs and know when things are not okay. And this helps in improving your relationships because if you're self-aware and you come into an environment where the people have communication issues, then you identify that and then you try to rectify it. If you are self-aware and maybe your friend is feeling low, they don't want to talk, but they just need someone to just hold their hand, they just need someone to be beside them, you would already feel that my friend needs this. You are self-aware already and you're able to feel that need for them. So it's very important for us to be self-aware because it actually does improve relationships. It helps you know yourself better. It helps you help serve those around you better. So self-awareness really plays a big role in improving relationships. If you know where your faults lie, if you know where the issues you have come from, and you are self-aware about it, then you can now start resolving it. So I actually believe that self-awareness actually improves real relationships. It's very important. Hello, hijab. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your answer. So my next question from you. How do you support clients who are dealing with the aftermath of a breakup or divorce?
Okay, good question. How I support clients who are dealing with the aftermath for a breakup. I basically do more breakups than divorce because Divorce is actually not my forte. I'm not a divorce counselor. I have few marriage clients. But what I would say is how I help people deal with it is basically I hold their hands through it. I help them understand that it's not their fault. Because most of the time when people are going through a breakup, they want to go back and beg. They feel they are not enough. They feel like there's something they could have done better. So I try as much as I can to work on their mindsets, to let them know that it's not their fault. Oh yes, if it's not their fault, because basically I try to find out what caused the breakup. And if it's their fault, I try to help them understand that, okay, yeah, this is where you were at fault. But at that point in time, I don't tell them those words because that's not what they need to hear. What they need to hear is how to get over it, how to heal from what they are going through. So I help them through the process of healing. We have a lot of talking sessions. We have sessions where I just listen to them vent, they cry. Basically, I am there for whatever they need because when some people are going through a breakup, they don't want to talk. They would rather want you to talk. I've had clients who are going through a breakup and they just want me to speak. They just want to hear what I have to say pertaining to a breakup and how they can heal. So if when I have those kind of clients, I actually speak, I talk, I make them, I reassure them and make them understand that they can get through it, they can get over it. But if you are the type of client that you just want to talk and you just want me to listen, that's basically what I do. So for the heartbreak, for going through a breakup, for each person is different and their needs are different. So what I do is I find out what they need at that point in time and I try to give that need to them. Because when you can give people what they need, you endear yourself to them more and they understand that you know what they want. So I try as much as I can that when they are going through that, I basically try to find out what does this person need at the moment? How can I help them? And whatever way I know I can help them based on how they are healing, I help them through it. And that is how I help them through the breakup. It's personal and it depends on the person and what they are going through. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your answer. So my next question from you: how do you support clients who are dealing with the aftermath? I think it's a game question. So yes, how do you help clients navigate the complexities of modern dating?
Okay, how I help clients navigate complexities of modern dating. First and foremost, I need to ask them if they know what modern dating is. Because some people's idea of dating is stuck in the past. They still have ideas about how relationship was in the past. So I need to ask them, do you have an idea of what modern dating is about? And then these are the modern dating practices and are you okay with it? And I also let them know that in as much as these are modern dating practices, it's not compulsory that you follow everything. It's not compulsory you do everything. You try and do the you try and take the ones you know you can do in a relationship, and the ones you know you're not okay with, then you don't do them. Because there are some practices in relationship that some people are not okay with, and that's fine. So I try not to enforce anything on them. I just let them know that it is your decision. These are the modern ways people date right now, and these are the old ways. You can pick some things from the old, you can pick some things from the new, merge them together and still have a good relationship. Because some people's values are still rooted in the old ways and it works out for them, while some their values are rooted in the modern ways and it works out for them. So I just tell them to try and experiment. I tell them to try new things out and see which one works for them. Then when they find the one that works for them, they stick to it. That's how I basically help them go through modern dating right now. I give them a choice and let them know this is good and bad, right and wrong, and we continue from there. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you for sharing some insightful knowledge about relationship counselor. Thank you so much again. And also, I invite you my
Well,
school. When you come in Pakistan, so please visit our school at Rehan School Kurangi campus.
sorry, I didn't get the question. Your voice is not so audible. Hello, hijab. Sorry, I didn't get your last statement.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay. All right,
Take
bye.
care.
Have a great day. Thank you. All right, bye. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.